Hi everyone, North Survival here. First of all, I would like to thank Brian Gotakilla for tagging me. He's a great hunter and woodsman, and I'm glad I got tagged by him. So thank you. In this video, I will hopefully talk about how and when I became interested in bushcraft, but also why I started this YouTube channel. As you all probably know, I'm from Sweden, and here it could, as you might know, be extremely cold and lots of snow in the winter time. So here in Sweden we have in all times had to have knowledge about survival and bushcraft in order to survive. Maybe not so much nowadays, but in the past people had to know about survival and bushcraft in order to survive. I have more or less always been out in the woods and fished, built many different types of shelters, doing survival stuff, and hiked. It all started for me when I was young, maybe 5 years old, when my dad brought me out into the woods and taught me how to make a fire. That was the first thing I learned. First he taught me how to make a fire in the best way, both in the winter and summertime. And then it became a challenge that I would start a fire with as few matches as possible. It almost became like a sport to me there. Anyway, I started to light the fire with maybe a half a box of matches when I was young, and then the years passed and finally I could start a fire with only one match. It was at that moment my interest for bushcraft started, and since then I have been working with bushcraft and survival. If you want to practice bushcraft, then Sweden is a great country to live in, because here we have something called allemansrätten, or in English, every man's right. It means that everyone living in Sweden can be out in the nature. You can go anywhere in the forest, even if someone else owns the land that you're walking on. You can make a fire, pick berries, pick mushrooms, and camp. You can basically do whatever you want in the woods everywhere, except to cut down trees that someone else owns. But we have very much freedom here. We can do basically whatever we want out in the nature. Before I started this YouTube channel, I had not heard about bushcraft and did not know what it was. I cannot explain completely what bushcraft is, but I can tell you what it means to me. Bushcraft to me is a mixture of survival and craftsmanship in the nature. The ability to take care of yourself out in the wilderness, and could, for example, with an axe, saw, and knife, build everything from shelters to birch bark canoes and cabins. But it also means to me to have knowledge about nature, for example, where you can find food, what plants are edible, what is the best place to build a shelter, how to build a shelter, but also have the knowledge to get out of a survival situation if such would occur. It's really important with, now I'm talking a little bit more about survival than bushcraft, but it's really important with survival. There are 3 golden rules with survival. They're very simple and very easy to remember. They are: adapt, improvise, overcome. If you follow those 3 rules, you can manage to get out of almost any survival situation. There are very good rules to follow. I'm a very thorough man and has always been that. When I, for example, build a shelter, like you saw in the long-term survival shelter video, it always takes longer time for me than it should have taken, because I do everything so thorough. The end result gets fucking good too after that. I have worked with bushcraft and survival for a long time, and I started this YouTube channel because it's fun to share everything you have knowledge about in this field with people on YouTube that has the same interests. It's also fun to meet people who also like bushcraft and survival and to discuss with them about this, even though some of my friends lives across the Atlantic Ocean in countries like USA and Canada. Comments is always fun to get, so you know what the viewers think of your videos. I started my channel on the 1st December of 2011 and has really been warmly taken care of by all of you on YouTube. And I have about 210 subscribers and many friends that I'm very happy over. Now it is time to pass the tag on to the 3 new bushcraft people here on YouTube. And my 3 tags are Mr. Miko. He's a guy from Hungary, and he's a really nice guy who knows a lot about how to improvise in the wilderness and build many different improvised shelters. My second tag is Skogkniv. He's a guy that lives in the USA, but his ancestors are from Norway, which is also a very nice country. He's a real outdoorsman, so it will be really fun to hear what he has to say. Finally, my last tag is Natural Bushcraft. He's from the UK. I hope you like this video, because I like to make it. And I have now about 210 subscribers, so it will be really fun with 210 comments also this time. So go and leave your comments after this video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.